Well, the 82-game NBA regular season finale came and went on Sunday. And in the West, the Phoenix Suns, behind Bradley Beal's game-high 36 points of all unlikely people, went into Minnesota as a 2.5-point underdog and demolished the full-strength Timberwolves 125-106. The Wolves, who had Karl Anthony Towns back in the lineup just in time for a pivotal regular season finale that would have seeded Minnesota in the 2 spot. Alas, thanks to Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant slithers his way out of the play-in tournament and into the 6th seed. 2 aging superstars, though, who were not as fortunate as Durant, LeBron James and Steph Curry, remain in the field of 4, who must now play on in order to earn their way into the full playoff field. And we know just how much LeBron loves that play-in tournament.
Whatever that thing is, whoever came up with that need to be fired.
But the Lakers, who have been riding that 9-10 seed for virtually the entire season, were able to get out of that seed line and finish in the all-important 8th spot thanks to their own dismantling of the New Orleans Pelicans. And the 8th spot versus the 9-10 provides the Lakers with the opportunity to win and get in. Just win 1 game as opposed to having to win 2 games in the 9 or 10 spots. Unfortunately for the Lake Show, though, thanks to the Suns beating the Timberwolves, the Nuggets win over the Grizzlies, and the Thunder's sheer obliteration of the Dallas Mavericks, who sat damn near their entire team, the Timberwolves dropped to the 3 seed, while Denver and Oklahoma City tied for the 1. Are you following me here? The Thunder, by virtue of the regular season tiebreaker with Denver, are the 1 seed, and the Nuggets are the 2. The problem now for LA is, yes, they are presented with that win and they are in scenario when they rematch the same Pelicans team they just destroyed yesterday, 124-108, on Tuesday in New Orleans. However, if they win, they're in as the 7th seed, where they will now be drawing the number 2, which is, of course, the defending NBA champion Denver Nuggets. And they own LA. Oh sure, the Lakers have been in nearly every game they've played against Denver over the last 2 seasons, as the Lakers have held leads in the 4th quarters of every game they played in last year's playoff series against Jokic and company, and in 2 of the 3 regular season meetings this year. But sadly for LeBron and his proclivity to late-game choke jobs, which has haunted him his entire career, he and the Lakers have been incapable of winning a single one of those games. The Nuggets swept that ass off the court in the West Finals a year ago and won all 3 regular season meetings this year. The Lakers are 0-7 against the Nuggets since the playoffs last year, and if you go back to the start of the 2021-2022 regular season, LeBron's Lakers are just 2-9 overall against Jokic's Nuggets. Like I said, in short, Denver owns LA. The 2 seed is not the draw for the Lakers, but that 1 seed, the Oklahoma City Thunder, well, now we're talking. They are a young team, led by a core of young, inexperienced superstars that didn't even make the playoffs a year ago. Those teams typically do not fare well in the playoffs their first time around, especially against an older, veteran-laden squad who have been there before. And the matchup for the Lakers is much more appealing, as LA was 3-1 head-to-head against the Thunder this year, including wins in their last 3 straight meetings. The matchup LeBron, AD, and company desperately want is the 1v8, not the 2v7. So herein lies the dilemma. Do the Lakers tank, take a dive. What I'm suggesting is, does LA consider intentionally losing their first play-in game on Tuesday against the Pelicans and giving New Orleans that 7 seed in Denver in the first round in order to themselves get the 8 seed and the much more favorable matchup with the young Thunder? It is a risky proposition though, because by throwing the game against New Orleans, that would entail the Lakers winning a second game in the play-in tournament against the winner of the 9-10 matchup, which is the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings. Now, if the Warriors prevail in that game, which will be in Sacramento by the way, the Lakers should have little issues in beating them at home in Los Angeles. As we saw the Lakers cruise by Golden State in the playoffs a year ago, riding the wave of a massive free throw discrepancy.
It's a complete crap.
The Lakers also dwarfed the Warriors in free throw attempts this regular season in games Anthony Davis played in. And we know the NBA league offices will make certain LeBron's team gets as many damn free throws as he needs to get into the playoffs. But not so fast. If the Kings are the team that makes it through that game with the Warriors, that is as dreadful of a matchup for the Lake Show as the Nuggets are. In fact, it might possibly be worse. It is undeniable Anthony Davis is LeBron's white knight, the guy who tacked an extra title on the King of Finals losses resume back in the 2020 bubble tournament on the Disney campus. The Lakers' true best player since he arrived in LA. But unfortunately for Davis, and by extension LeBron and all of the Lakers, Kings center Domantas Sabonis is AD's daddy. Thus far, since Sabonis entered the league, dating all the way back to 2016, when Anthony Davis was still a member of the New Orleans Pelicans, Domantas Sabonis is 10-0 against him.
What?
Yes, he has never lost a game to Davis, ever. So that is a risky one-game proposition for the Lakers, as Sabonis has never been better. He made his first All-NBA team last season, being selected to the third team, and he promises to make a step up this year into the second team, as Sabonis is averaging 19.4 points, 13.7 rebounds, which is tops in the league, and 8.2 assists per game. He is 5th league-wide in value over replacement this season, behind only Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, otherwise known as the top 4 MVP candidates. And while yes, the Lakers will have a nearly impossible to fathom free throw advantage against the Warriors in a potential matchup, they have been hot as of late, as Golden State has posted a 10-2 mark in their last 12 games down the stretch. And look, Steph and Klay are very capable of getting hot and going scorched earth from three-point land in any single game. So for the Lakers and LeBron, do you dance with the devil you know or take a gamble? One thing is certain, as LeBron's biological clock continues to tick, he is getting no younger. And regardless of how many steroids, regardless of what great care he takes of his body, James will turn 40 next December, and every year that passes without him winning something of actual note is just another year he gets further away from that ghost in Chicago and all of the other immortals he is still yet to legitimately pass.